We're back. Today we're going to do a few odd jobs on this one. Yay! Right, at last we're finally going to get to spend a little bit of time on this one. It's that best part of the year now. Battery is dead, like as in dead, not even taking charge, dead. So we've got a charger on that, just hopefully we can get a little bit of life and just enough to get it started, to keep us happy. I've got a wealth of parts ready to go on. I managed to track down an elusive back panel for it, thank you very much Milo. A few other bits and bobs, new Coilpack, radio to go in it. Yeah, they're not to go in it, that's something else. New radio to go in it. We'll just sort of plough through and see how well we'll get with it, see how far we'll get on. So that was a bit of an epic fail, you know, when you set your video recorder to record and it's not actually recording while you're busy doing stuff. So you didn't actually get to see what I've done there, but what I've done is I've actually mounted this up with riv nuts, so we can bolt it on, get it bolted through. I know there's going to be people crying because I've actually drilled holes in a perfectly good back panel. What I'll do is I'll get it bolted up with the 4 bolts and then I'll just put some lock nuts on the back, and that should hopefully stop anybody getting it away. I'll also get my heat gun out and get all this horrible tape off. One thing I have done with the riv nuts when I've put them in is I've put a small smear of silicone around just beforehand. It's basically just to stop, you can see it on there, it's basically just to stop any water getting in where it shouldn't be getting in and stop it from leaking. So there we are, so we'll get on, I'll get this thing bolted up. There we have it. That's it on. I would count that as a win. Happy with that, they're all nice and level, everything's straight as it should be. My lights in and they're working. Still these holes here where the old lights were. I've asked around a few people and everyone says they all shine through there, they've all got holes there all the time. What I'll probably do is once I've got a little bit of work I want to get done to the back bumper. What I'll probably do when the back bumper's off is just get them holes plastic welded up, just get rid of them altogether. I'm not going to need them, you know, because it is a bit, oh look at that, oh what's there, you know, it's not so good. But I'm more than happy with that. That's made a hell of a difference to the back of the car. Next, I think I've got a new Coilpack to go in. Well, second-hand new Coilpack to go in. Yeah, I've always had a little bit of an issue with it. It's never been 100% happy with it since I put the engine in. When you're accelerating hard, it kind of just holds back a bit. It's not as smooth as it should be. I mean, I've always been under the impression the V6 should be like glass, you know, super smooth on acceleration, and it's not. It just seems to just hold back that little tiny bit. So we've already put in brand new plugs. I did that when the engine was rebuilt. Put new competition leads in, that's all right. The only thing I can think of that's possibly holding it back a bit, because it does feel electrical, is the Coilpack. So I've got the Coilpack there to change to, so we'll get that done. Also, my little issue with the strut tops that I mentioned about, I think I've been asking about, and what it is, you've got 2 nuts. There's a big one, a little thin one, and a big one. I think when I built the struts up the last time, I put the nuts the wrong way around. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and just swap them nuts around, see if I can get rid of that gap, and hopefully that'll get rid of me clunk on the front end. Other than that, I've got a new radio to go in. Hands-free, Bluetooth, yada yada yada, all that crap. We're not going double din. I'm trying to still keep it a little bit retro. So hopefully this will be the solution to my problems, because I had a nightmare with multi-changers and discs and all sorts. The only other thing I've got other than that to go in is some bushes for the doors. So when the doors open, you don't get that. What I'll do is I might do that on a separate video, because I've got some new door cards upstairs. I've got some new door cards to go on. There's a couple of things I want to do. My window gets stuck around about here when you're winding it up. So it comes up to here and then just drops straight back down again. So you've got to kind of edge it up really slowly. Really annoying. What we'll do is probably do a separate video on that, and we'll just pull the doors apart, we'll just do a full repair job on the doors. So for now, what we'll do is we'll pull the car back, and I'll get the coil pack and suspension tops done, and probably call it a day on the video, because we're getting a bit long. But here, tell you what, I am absolutely over the moon with that. I've been after one of these for years. Right, there we go. So as you can see, it's made quite a bit of difference. I mean, that side there, let's have a look at the over there. See that side there, perfect. I've got no issues with that side there. This side here, I can only assume the caps took a little bit of a beating. There's a bit of a gap around the back here, as you can just see there's a bit of a gap around the back, but it's not a problem. I've got a spare suspension set back at home, complete with spare caps. It's actually got V6 springs on. At the minute I'm still running the 2-litre springs, which is why it's really ridiculously low at the front. So what we'll do is at some point we'll change these out. But to be fair, I want to refurb them anyway, get them done and get them blacked out, get them murdered out. But yeah, so I'm much more happy with that. Get on with the coil pack, and I think we'll call it a day for the video. First thing you know what to do is remove this. Now luckily, mine's easily removed. Right, so coil pack itself, if you can just see in there, if we can get it to focus, 4163. So they're all numbered up. So anyway, best thing you can do is just not mix them up when you're taking them out. And this could be a bit interesting. I believe the coil pack that I've got is actually off of Vectra. Hoping pray it's going to fit, because it's a bit late to return it now, because I've been sitting on this coil pack now for over a year. So let's just see if we can make it fit. Well, that's a good sign. Right, so just checking the numbers for coming for this, the new coil pack, the old coil pack. What I was wanting to do is ideally take the old coil pack out and just make sure that the bolt holes are in the right area. I can't do that. The coil pack on here is a bit of a slightly different configuration of the numbers, so what I have to do is just swap the leads around one at a time. I should really be marking the leads as well, should be doing, but I'm just way too lazy to do that, which will probably end up causing us problems later on. But yeah, we'll just wing it. See where we'll get to. Right, it doesn't physically fit, however, as a new coil pack it does work. So what I need to do is, next thing I need to do, which I'll do when I get a bit of material, is so we've got the 4 mounting points. I'm just going to build a flat plate, 4 mounting points, and then I'll just drill and mount this into the flat plate. But for now we'll just start it up, see, just make sure it does actually run. Take it from there. I would put 1 mounting bolt in it, however, bolts just aren't long enough, ones that I've got. That's not the end of the world though, so there we go. Right, yep, not going to start. Battery's super flat, and I'm going to push it back up the wall because I can't find my extension, and put the charger on it for 5-10 minutes, see if I get a little bit of life out of it. Just want to start it, hear it run basically. Once I know it runs, that's it. I can knock it on the head until I get some flat plate to make the mounting point bracket with it. First start up in over a year. Need to get a new battery on it, get that coil pack mounted up properly. Yeah, that's it, I'm happy with that. I know that ticking does go away. Obviously it's just because it's stood, just got to need to get the oil up to the top first. So there we go. I'm going to pull it out and give it a quick wash. There we go. As I said, ticking goes away. Engine's absolutely solid. All I've got to do now is just mount that coil pack properly, get it all mounted up. There we go, that's it for today's episode. Just happy with the shots and runs, I'll be honest. It's been that long since I've heard it running, you always have that doubt whether it's going to actually fire or not. We've had quite a lot going on. In the workshop lately, not necessarily car related stuff. Been built a few sets of benches for my wife's shop. While I was on, I built myself some benches, so I've got a little bit of benches, a little bit of organisation and workspace to go in here. Well, obviously you've got a little bit of work to do on this. I want to get this ready. I want to get this through to MOT in the next couple of weeks is what I'm looking for. It's pretty much MOT ready now. I don't think there's anything major that would pick up on. I mean, anything there is, I can deal with as is. It's just a matter of making it safe and roadworthy. Obviously, I mean, the coil pack needs to be fastened down. I've got a couple of little bits and bobs under the bonnet area that I need to get done. Got a new radio to go in. Obviously, like I said, I've got a bit of work. I've got some parts and a bit of work I want to do on the doors. I've also got a spare separate locker motor for the other side, because the other side door's quite random. It sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Other than that, hopefully this thing will be through its MOT. We've still got Harry, which I'm still busy working on. That unfortunately still has a clunk on the front end, so I need to investigate that a little bit further. I think probably looking bottom ball joints now. I was kind of hoping they'd be alright because they were done not that long ago, but it's got that ball jointy knock, unfortunately. So still that to do, still the back brakes to do on it, and a load of other tidying up stuff to do, namely the oil leak. That's something I do need to deal with, and I'm still convinced yet the clutch is getting worse. So we'll still be getting on with that, but what we're doing is this with Calibra and Harry, which kind of sort of roll them in slowly, because hopefully on the next episode we've got a new project coming up, and just need to get a couple little bits and bobs together and get it brought up here, and then we'll be able to get started on that. That's going to be a long-term project, and that's also going to be a very good project. So yeah, I'm hoping you'll stay subscribed, you'll stay. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping you'll stay tuned to watch that one through. So if you like what you see in this video, don't forget to comment and let us know what you like. If you didn't like anything about it, again, comment, let us know. I can only make things better if you tell us where I'm going wrong. Other than that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers. Next time.